Hello guys and welcome back to John Sheppard Fitness. Today we are talking about probably one of the most talked about things in the last week, and that is Zac Efron. Yes, reports are now circulating that he is on some sort of steroids, PEDs, and I'm going to be going through his actual recent pictures, well, video, and telling you if I think he is on anything or not. So, if you are new to this channel and you fancy actually subscribing to me, please do so and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So then, big news in the last week, and it is about obviously Zac Efron. If you don't know who Zac Efron is, he is a big Hollywood star. Starred in Glee when he was a youngster and recently done big films with The Rock in Baywatch and The Greatest Showman with obviously Hugh Jackman. We all knew about Zac Efron. He seems to come in and out of the public eye quite often, and the first time was obviously when he starred with The Rock in Baywatch, where he absolutely got shredded. His physique was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it was chiseled to the bone, and people then were saying, is he on steroids? Is he taking anything? Because look at him, look at the muscles on him, look how chiseled he is. And then I actually thought he was natural. He's definitely somebody who you could look at and say, yes, you could get to that physique. Because if you want to compare somebody who is on some sort of steroids compared to Zac Efron, all you need to do is look at the pictures with him and The Rock next to each other and just look how big The Rock is compared to him. He makes Zac Efron like a little child. It's just a good dieting, and Zac Efron really isn't actually muscly at all. He has got muscle, but he hasn't got them signs of something that you would say he's been on some sort of steroid cycle at all. So it's just good dieting, and he's had several videos on what his diets are. Go and find them on the internet somewhere, because there's plenty of them. But obviously, the last time Zac Efron was in the public eye was when he showed you his man body, very rugged for this program he was doing, that his physique had basically gone. He wasn't chiseled like we've all known him for, and he got criticised for this. You know, he was saying that, oh, is he on something still? Is he taking something, because he looks very more manly, you know, very rugged. And again, he's not on anything. He's just obviously maintaining his calories and just eating what he wants, you know, obviously eating healthy, but he's still in good shape, you know. Obviously just what he was doing for that program made him look a bit older, you know. Obviously he wasn't clean cut as he is, that clean cut pretty boy, you know, image, and he did it for this TV show. But recently Zac Efron released a short little video talking to somebody about some stage show, and got some noticeable difference in the face. And here it is. As you can see, his jawline, you could break your fist if you try to punch that. It is chiseled, it is wide, and it is completely different from previous pictures of him in the past. His jawline is huge, and people are saying, is he on some sort of steroids? You know, because obviously when taking a cycle, there's very notable things that happen to your body. One is the jawline, obviously your neck and getting big huge traps and big massive shoulders. They are the main telltale signs of you are on something, you know, because they're the sort of things that actually over exaggerate a lot. It just happens with steroids. So I'm going to go through what I actually think. I'm going to show you some pictures of him before and after, and actually tell you if I actually think he is on actually anything, if he's not, or if he isn't, what has made his face go like that. So as we can see, his face is changed a lot from the other picture. It is very, very wider and it's more chiseled. Zac Efron is now 33 years old, so he is a mature man now. He's not a little boy, I would say, and you know, he's matured into a man. You know, he's not some boy, you know. And this is one of the reasons I actually think he is not on anything. Yes, I do not think he is on anything to do with steroids, you know, taking anything to get like that. The reasons is it's just his face. We have seen the pictures of. We have not seen his body, you know. Obviously, you don't see his shoulders on that picture, and they look pretty average. You know, there's nothing extraordinary about them. It's nothing to do with any sort of drugs at all. So before people start saying, "Oh yes, he's on something," no, he's not. But what could it actually be? There's a couple of reasons that I think it could be. And one is that it could be just makeup. It could be makeup. The Weeknd did something very similar to this. And everybody thought he lost loads of weight. And it was for, obviously, to get attention. And it worked. And then he posted it saying, "Hey, I'm normal. Look." It was all just like makeup and prosthetics and stuff like that. So it just shows you what effect people who are very, very well known to make you talk about them is amazing, you know. And obviously, maybe Zac Efron has done some sort of makeup, because you got to remember, he is a multi-millionaire. He has got makeup teams, he's got people who can change his face, edit his face, and maybe something's coming out where he needs to get some publicity. And being just himself, maybe he wouldn't get as much publicity as he would with some extraordinary, really big jawline. And yes, his jawline is huge. I mean, I've seen lots of memes, and yes, I actually do think he looks like the villain in The Mask. You know, his jawline is like extraordinary. He looks like he's just put the mask on his face, and it's but it's nothing to do with steroids. Before I carry on, it's definitely not steroids. The other reason it could be he's got some sort of illness. He's got some sort of something that's making his face bloat up. We don't know. I'm not going to say he's on some sort of antibiotics where he's taken to make his face blow up. It could be anything, you know. I don't know his personal life, and it could be anything. It could be something that's a side effect, or he could have had some sort of surgery, which obviously a lot of people in Hollywood do, you know, and they do start early, in their early 30s. Mainly it's obviously lips or a jawline or a nose or just a little facelift, because you got to remember, Zac Efron, I think he's an alright actor, but he is more known for his looks, you know. He is a good-looking bloke, so he's going to get a lot more roles for his looks than his acting skills, I would say, you know. And maybe we don't know what the person's like in real life. Maybe he's getting a bit paranoid. Maybe he's seen something on his face that he's not happy with, and he's maybe just got some surgery. We don't know. You know, if he comes out with it, I'll let you know. But the one thing that I actually think it could be, and I actually think it is more than anything, is I think it's due to age and what he looked like before. I'm going to go through a few pictures now and show you what Zac Efron actually looked like when he was younger, and, you know, through the years of his age until now. And as you can see, Zac Efron's actual face, his jawline, he has got a pretty good jawline as it is. I'm not saying it's nothing like it is now, but his jawline is quite pronounced. It's quite a good jawline, you know. He has got I would say, the feature where the bottom part of the jaw sticks out there, you know. And when you lose weight, or you are quite shredded and you are thin, you know, the fat on your face is obviously going to make you look like your jawline is more bigger than it is, you know. And due with age, your face does sort of get bigger. I've noticed myself, I've looked at pictures of myself when I was younger, you know, in my early 20s to now, and my actual face, you know, your nose gets a bit bigger, your ears get a bit bigger, you know, your jaw, your face gets just a bit more swollen, you know, even your voice changes a bit, and it's when you're becoming of age, you know, and I think it's something more to do with this. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a professional in this, but I've seen it myself. I've seen like loads of people where their fresh young self is more very smooth and there's no features to a face, and then when they get a bit older, you see them in 10 years, 20 years, they're more like manly, you know, they're more shaped, you know, the face is more shaped if they stay in good condition. So I do actually think it's more to do with actually his jawline, you know, and it's just got more, I would say, it's aged a bit, you know, it's got a bit more wider, you know. I don't think he's had anything to do with any sort of drugs. Maybe surgery, maybe he's pre-op not so long ago, so it's actually a bit more wider. You know, he does look a lot older, I gotta admit, he does look a lot older. But remember, we only see these people through films and stuff like that. And when we see them with being edited, they've been, you know, their faces have been shrinked and trimmed, and blemishes have been put off them, you know, and makeup, you know, by experts who could make yourself a different person. And this is just him on Zoom, and it's just him being him, and we don't know what's happened. He's not come out. Maybe something will come out now of all the news about it. Maybe he will come out with something, you know, and if it does, I'll let you know. But I actually do think he is completely 100% natty still. I do think he is not actually a fake natty and he's on something, just because he's not big enough. He's not big enough. He would be a lot bigger, you know, and he would be showing his body off as well if he was on something, you know. He's pretty much hid his body quite a lot since the picture of him when he was all rugged. So he's having a comeback, and he's getting ripped again because his jawline is showing a lot more than previous pictures. So you don't know, you just don't know, you know. Maybe he had that beard on his pictures before because he had surgery on him, and obviously he covered it with a beard until the scars are gone or whatever. We don't know. It's guesswork. All of it's guesswork. But one thing I do know, which is not a guess, is he is definitely not on anything, you know, to do with steroids, you know, or any sort of SARMs or anything like that, because he would be a lot bigger, and plus he would be showing off his body and his chiseled features, wouldn't he? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a subscribe and make me sure that you do like this video. There was a lot more content coming out. If you want me to do a natty or not on somebody you think is a fake natty, comment down below and I will do it for you if there's enough comments about it. But until then, I will see you again next time.